Hey everyone, welcome back to the Fuji Guy's channel. My name is Gord. The FUJIFILM XP140 is a great camera whenever you're in situations where you're having the camera a little bit wet or cold or dusty. Inside the box there's a few different things, and in this video I'm going to spend a bit of time walking through the different parts of the box and different components and get it all set up so that you can take your first picture. For more information, keep on watching. Here's our XP140 all ready to go, and open up the box. When I open up the box, the first thing I'll see, there's two QR codes here on the outside box, and those first of which is for the manual. If you scan that, you'll be taken to a page on your smartphone where you'll be able to download the manual. Always a good idea to have the manual handy so you can refer to it if you forget anything or want to find out about a new feature on the camera. So having it on your phone makes it even that much more convenient. Second QR code is for the app. If you don't already have the app installed on your phone, you can scan that code and be taken to a web page to be able to download the app for either iOS or for Android. Opening up the box, we'll find some paperwork inside here first, and this has things like your quick start guide, owner's manual, as well as references for things like your waterproof. Always a good idea to refer to that to get the tips and tricks for working with waterproof camera, because the last thing you want to do is have your camera ruined because of a leak caused by either a grain or even a hair can make a difference within there. Keep that to one side for the time being. I'm going to pull the camera out first and keep it to one side. Then there's some other components on the other side of the box, including the USB charging brick, as well as the mains plug for your particular country. Depending on your different countries, it will have a different mains plug inside here. Here in North America, it's the North American plug, pretty obvious about that. Then it's just a matter of sliding the mains plug onto the USB charging brick, and now you've got a charging brick ready to go. As an alternative, if you happen to have one of those gang chargers where you can have 5 or 6 different USB powers coming through there, you can use that instead because it is a standard USB-A port on the back of the power brick. There's the hand strap, which is always a good idea to have as well. The micro USB cable, as well as the battery. So let's pull the camera out of the bag. To open up the door, you press in on the little round part here and then rotate the knob, and that's where the battery goes. The battery will have a little bit of charge in it from the factory. However, it's always a good idea to charge up the battery probably overnight just before you use it for the very first time. Putting the battery in, you'll see that there is an orange knob on the camera as well as an orange stripe on the battery. Lining those two things up with the contacts going in first, and the battery will slip in and the notch will come over and slide. If you put the battery in the wrong way around, it won't actually stop. You won't be able to close it up properly. While I've got the battery compartment open, I'm also going to put the memory card in there. There is a little bit of an internal memory with the camera, so you can take a few pictures. Always a good idea to pick up an SD card. This camera accepts either SD, SDHC, or SDXC cards. And that slides into the little spot that's beside the battery here. Again, if you put it in the wrong way, it won't actually work the wrong way around, so it'll only fit the correct way around. Push it in, and it will stay down as you push it all the way down. To release the card, push down again, and the card will pop off enough for you to be able to remove it out again. Here's where you've got two other ports inside the camera. There's a micro HDMI cable as well as a micro USB cable. And if I've got the micro USB cable, I can plug that into my port here and then plug the other part into my charging brick and charge the camera up overnight. Because the ports on both ends of that cable are unidirectional, you want to make sure you put it the right way around. If by chance you're trying to put it the wrong way around, and don't try and force it. If it doesn't go in easily, try reversing it before pushing it too hard the other way around. Once the camera's charged up and the battery's ready to go, it's always a good idea to wipe away any of the debris that might be on this seal. If you do by chance leave a piece of dust or sand in there, that can make a big difference and water can get inside. It's particularly useful if obviously you're going to be working underwater, like if you're snorkeling, or if you're going to be in a very wet situation. Covering up the back camera on there. Attaching the strap is fairly easy to do. Just loop it through the tether port on here after first removing this little tag. And we do recommend, or I would recommend, that you pick up a floating strap if you're going to be working in either snorkeling or diving or anywhere near the water or a pool. Reason for that is if you inadvertently drop the camera or let go of the camera, a floating strap will actually make it so that the camera doesn't sink to the bottom of the pool or bottom of the ocean. You probably don't want to have that happen. There we go. I've got my strap just about ready to go here. And on we go. First time I power the camera on, it's going to try and connect up to my smartphone or tablet. It's using Bluetooth. Grab my smartphone here. And when you first power the camera on, it's going to make sure first that you want to ensure that the camera is locked in place and the battery cover door is covered. And to do that, once it's done, you just hit the back button. And then from there, the first time around, it's going to want to connect up to my Bluetooth. And if by chance I don't have it already installed, again, I've got that QR code on the back of the camera that I can scan with my smartphone, where it will take me to the right website to be able to download the appropriate app. Depending on the software that you have installed, as far as also whether it's iOS or Android, it's going to be a little bit different in the steps through here. But you primarily want to go to pairing registration. Then there's some communication that happens between the camera and your smartphone. You tap on the camera, there's some additional communication that happens within there, and you can set things up and start ready to go. On the back of the camera, it confirms that it's talking to a particular phone, and then you can hit OK, at which point the date and time will automatically be set from the smartphone. This is really handy when you're traveling and you're going through multiple time zones. So I'm ready to go now and start taking my photos. And that's how you can quickly and easily get your FUJIFILM XP140 out of the box to be able to start taking photos. Hope you enjoyed. If you should have any questions or comments about this video, feel free to leave them in the comments section. If you haven't already done so, be on the lookout for our first look as well as top features videos for the FUJIFILM XP140. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get notified whenever we have a new video uploaded. Look for us on Twitter at Fuji Guys. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And until next time, I'm Gord of the Fuji Guys. Thank you for watching.